jeopardy?
It's not double jeopardy. Nothing. They've got to deal with the problems. They've got to deal with the problems the way the Constitution has stipulated out. Even Mango, he just admitted to that. He said section so and so did say this when he felt he was shortchanged.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but then
it's not as if it's illegal.
Okay, so fine. No. We are not talking about illegality. We are talking about
you said double jeopardy here.
After this very one, you bring him to the open court again. That is 2 times on one matter. So why not bring it at that first time on the open court? So if you want to make this panel now the final of the finality, then allow him to exercise these fundamental human rights so that he will not go and bring to the fore that they cheated him, because Nigerians were clamoring that, look, this is important. So it's very important that we should make everything so that he will not come tomorrow and petition and they said they did this, they did not allow him, they did not allow his lawyer to talk, so he was winged.
What I'm asking, what is the rationale of excluding his lawyers also? If you don't want Mago, you just want to gather allegations and heap them on his head. Now his lawyers should also be there if truly Nigeria is a democratic nation. That freedom of attorney is granted to anybody. But you now shut out his lawyer, you shut out Mago, you are doing whatever you are doing in darkness. I don't know who you are doing that for.
Yeah.
His lawyers must be there, if not Mago.
Well, I don't know. Like you said, Emmanuel, earlier on, it's not as if we're lawyers, so I don't know how this is.
I might be wrong.
How this is
no, we are
I
looking.
don't know how this is broken down legally.
The moral eyes.
I'm looking at what the panel was set up to do initially.
Yeah.
And, it's terms of reference. This is what I'm looking at. And they did that, which is just to gather the facts that there's something indeed shady going on.
Mm-hmm.
And
then why invite him?
Yeah.
You have to invite him. He's the person that was accused.
Margot, you did.
But he's not talking.
One of them, to be alleged to be a leading member of Boko Haram, calls for a thorough probe. Former Central Bank of Nigeria Deputy Governor Dr. Obadiah Mailafia made the claim in an interview in an Abuja-based radio station on Monday, claiming that a governor from the north is a commander of Boko Haram and that insurgents will soon start open killing and attacking southern parts of the country. Mailafia said during the lockdown, the insurgents were moving and distributing arms and ammunition across the country. We've met with some of their repentant high commanders, and they've sat down with us not once, not twice. They told us that a prominent elected politician in the north is a commander. Well, elected politician.
Be a senator, it could be another one elected. But maybe he mentioned name, which is not here. Mm-hmm. And whoever he points finger at should be investigated thoroughly.
All right, okay, great.
Very, very, very quickly. You know that this Boko Haram issue, where they didn't come from the sky. So many years ago, we have been alleging that there are linkages with prominent people, especially the way they get their weapons, the way they get their food, the way they get everything, the planning. So even some times ago, or some certain senator in the north who were accused.
I usually take these things with a pinch of salt, and in this case I took it with a whole bag of salt, because you know what it is with messages that you can't really tell the root where it's coming from. But it was supposed to be some high commander within the Boko Haram ranks or banditry ranks. This was more of banditry, and he was claiming that, look, we do this in synergy with government. And he says, don't you see their planes when they come over to, he called the name of the forest where they were staying. He said, don't you see their planes when they come? We know when they come, when they deliver. This is what we do back. But like I said, you take this with a bag of salt. So as I'm even mentioning it, with 2 bags of salt, because anybody anyway can sit down and put this up and expect that will cast some sort of dark light on government. But you see, the truth is that because we do not have a concrete lead on where we're going to, everything seems like the answer. So when something like this comes up, you have a lot of people who believe that could be true. Because unfortunately, the leaders that we have today are not showing us clearly that they are on this, and that this is where their feeders or their feelers are giving them a sense that sponsorship is coming from. So any allegation seems like the right one. It's the same thing now with Mailafia saying some Boko Haram repentant terrorist told him that a serving northern governor is a sponsor. That sounds like a good thing. We're all over it now like a bad rash, because unfortunately, the people who ought to have gotten better intel that we can, rely on have been unable to provide anything. Yeah. So if I sit down in my kitchen and come up with a story that, I know who the leader is, everybody is also going to take that hook, line, and sinker. So I think if the DSS is inviting Mailafia they should also be doing a lot more on their own side to dig into this issue and at least come up with a pathway. So everything doesn't seem like the answer. All right, let's move away from that with Melafia. And I heard that what he said is being categorized as a hate speech now. All right.
But he's hanging on to whatever he said himself.
No, but you don't classify the speech. You're supposed to work with the speech. It's not hate.
Melafia's Boko Haram allegation heavy, must be proved, nothing governors. I will not work with Tinubu. The leader of the People's Democratic Party in Lagos State, Chief Bode George, speaks with Shegun James of politics and his relationship with the national leader of the All Progressives Congress, Senator Bola Tinubu. What is your relationship with Asiwaju Bola Tinubu? Why is everybody saying that the two of you are now working together? And he says, to do what? We have nothing in common. Maybe there is a clone body that looks like me to go and do what the APC, to go and do what with APC? Is that a political party? I'm sorry, my Oga is the leader. However, we call Bola Tinubu the leader, but we have a president. That doesn't happen to in our own party. The constitution we're running is tied to the American system. The leader of the Republican Party is the president of the United States. Tinubu is sitting on a chair that has a false seat. I have always criticized the APC that it is a political party with strange bedfellows. I come from a solid family in Lagos. My great-granduncle was a leading Nigerian politician, Baba Herbert Macaulay. He started a political party in the 1920s and kept on struggling, going from the north to the east and everywhere, trying to pull Nigerians together against the colonial people. I come from that stock. What I'm looking for, what am I looking for that will put Tinubu and I in the same corner? In which house? In fact, we have never made any statement to have a meeting. They should come out to let us save Nigeria. We have seen their style of management. We have seen the weakness in their management. We have seen the kind of attitude they have in the political party. It's not a private company. That is why we're fighting now in our party, so that we don't drift to that kind of direction where the party will now be held as a private enterprise.
I didn't hear anything he said there.
You didn't hear the good stuff.
I told you.
You didn't hear solid background.
You didn't say anything.
You didn't
there.
say.
I tell you, it did say anything.
No. That's live. Read it again.
No,
Don't worry.
More or less, all that were said there by Bode George is simply water. I must tell you, because he said APC is not a political. Is that a political party? That means it's not.
No, it's not.
Now he later on said that APC is a political party that has the leader
Strange fellows
away from the president, and that are made up of strange bedfellows.
Yeah.
Which political party is not composed of strange bedfellows? All the people in political parties, do they come from one family? Do they come from one belief? Or is one ideology binding all of them? Because in Nigeria, we know they don't follow ideology. For me, I think he should not cry more than they believe. Whether he's, I'm not saying Tinubu is Saint Leo. Whatever it is, everybody is in his own political party, whether right or wrong. APC, PDP, none of them meet even what should be called a political party in the way they behave. Look at the ideologies. Are they following the ideologies? We read it the other day. So what is it? It's just the system Nigeria has adopted. If it's talking about patterning their own around America's presidency.
Yes, he says Tinubu is the leader of the party, but he's not the president.
Yes,
he's sitting on a false seat.
Good. It might be the way APC have chosen, and that doesn't make them less a political party, at least compared with what the PDP itself is doing.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, very quickly. This is a country that people who are maybe dense can even be coming every day and talking. In fact, the other day I was thinking that Hush Puppy in 2023 can come and be a senator or be a governor or whatever, because a lot of people will forget their antecedents. So when somebody will come and launder your image very publicly like this, it makes us to also remember that once upon a time there was this and there was that. So we should not take those statements very, very, very serious. I have been thinking that Nigerians should look at character. Character of people they will follow. Character is the principal thing. And if we cannot get people who are acquiring this type of character to lead Nigeria forward, then we don't need this type of leaders. Leadership is what is bringing this country to a place of closer to comatose. So if we get the better leaders, the country will come out of its cocoon. So I don't think that it is rhetorical. You come and people say a lot of things, plenty words and all over. They flag themselves on pages of newspaper and television, and people clap their hands. Say, oh, that is our leader. No, look at the antecedents of that leader. What he has done in the past, which I may not mention now. So let us look at the mirror and look at where we are going. That's all I want to say on that issue.
Okay, we got their thoughts there. Let's see if we can take one last story, and then we're done with the newspaper review. And we have here, FEC approves 8.49 billion for COVID-19 testing equipment. And here it says that there are plans to introduce rapid diagnostic test on virus after ongoing verification. Federal Executive Council yesterday approved 8.49 billion for the purchase of 12 testing equipments containing large quantities of items, including sample collection material kits to fight COVID-19. Briefing reporters at the end of the 11th virtual FEC meeting in the State House, the Minister of Health, Dr. Sage Henare, said the PTF approved the resources for the use of Nigerian Center for Disease Control. According to him, plans have been made to establish sample collection centers in each of the 774 local government areas of the country, with a view to ensuring that residents of rural communities are not left out in their fate in the fight of COVID-19. He said this memo is as a result of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 Pandemic and Special Intervention Fund for COVID-19, which is operated by the Presidential Task Force. It allocates these resources for NCDC's preparedness. So we're procuring testing materials, right from sample materials to other kits diagnostics in our laboratory systems to be able to respond properly to the community transmission phase.
Let the monies, as mentioned, be used for the purpose.
For the equipment, as mentioned.
Good, simple. Simple. That's what I have to say.
All right,
There seems to be contradiction because on the news very quickly we learned that the Americans have fulfilled their promise in the telephone interview with President Muhammadu Buhari. President Donald Trump had promised to bring some of these machines to Nigeria, and the news did say that the machine had arrived. So are they going to buy another one, or maybe the one that the American government donated to Nigeria is not enough? So when they are mixing up these issues, there was a huge sum of money Nigerians donated, and the one of other conglomerates and lovers of Nigeria donated, and that money is still in the coffers of those that are still handling it. Now they are making another approval. So is that machine going to be different from the one the American government did to help us? Or how? Or maybe that machine will be separate and that one will go to local communities?
But yes, they said this is for the
local people.
It's a rapid testing machine.
Okay.
And they said this is needed, especially when you go to the communal transmission stage where you have to do a lot of testing real quickly and getting results real quickly.
Yes, the one the American government gave to us, they should give that one to the communities.
Which one?
The one that they want to buy.
Is it the ventilators?
Ventilators.
The one that they want to buy, yeah.
The ventilators were what were given.
We don't know how many.
The ventilators, I think they did mention it, 200.
Okay, we are fine. They should bring those ones to the communities.
No, the communities can't get ventilators.
Community should get the best out of all these things. We want to stop this community transmission.
I do know that some organizations in the United States, I think, or even the United States government itself, partnered with 1 or 2 or 3 states where they gave them a vehicle that allows for rapid testing. I know that Kaduna State did get one vehicle like that. I don't know if there's any other. I think there's another Southwest state. I don't know which one. But as a government, I'm not sure they have done anything aside the ventilators.
Yeah, if they give my organization, we can do that in the communities.
I know.
That's all right.
Thank you very much. Well,
they're on their way.
Do check up with our stories on our Facebook page and let us know what you think on the newspaper review there. Share your thoughts there. We'll be right back to continue this after this break.
Has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
So, we have 2 ladies. They say they sell what you need.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What do we need that people are selling?
This is more than a necessity.
What is it?
You need security, financial security. You need assets. So that's why we have real estate investment for you.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So let's start with your name.
Okay, my name is Diana Opula for Dibola Properties.
I'm Amarachi.
I'm actually Diana. Good to have you both.
Thank
so
you.
real estate, landed properties. This is the business of the day.
Yes, it is.
All right. So I hear you say this a lot about securing your future. It is the way to go, especially now where you have an economy that's topsy-turvy. The surest way to secure your money is in
Real estate.
Tell us how that true is.
Okay, basically, we all know what investment is, and we all know that there is no investment without risk. But with real estate, you know that there are minimal risks. It's very low. It has a low risk because you can, unless you have been defrauded before. That is why we always encourage due diligence, and that's where Dibola Properties come in. So if you're looking out for an investment with low risks and a futuristic profit, apart from futuristics, immediately, at least if you want to yes, for profit returns and immediate returns, so you can go into real estate. Apart from the fact that it's a necessity, we also look at it in the form of returns and the use you want to put it for. It depends on what you want to use your land for. So for various purposes, for various investments, and for safety, like I always use the word safety, because even in bank we are not too sure with our money because of this little debit. They're always debiting us. But with real estate, you know, there's appreciative return.
Yeah.
So it's always increasing. It's always increasing, especially when you buy with the right people, with the right location, the right investment, and every other thing. Following the right process, you're going to have a sure return on investment with real estate.
All right, great. So you told us about something that is an investment delight.
Yes, I've.
Tell us about it.
Okay, investors delight. Let me make sure. Yesterday we actually went for inspection. A client was like, do you know why I actually buy property? Aside phone, if I buy a phone, I walk out, I want to sell a phone. It's definitely the price it's low. You'll be like, I've not used it. And say, guy, you don't use them. I find it in your hands. But land,
You remove it from the packet.
As in, he went for allocation yesterday and he was like, wow, now I've seen my land. If I want to sell this land, as far as I've walked out of this land, even if you've paid, but you've not even gotten your documents, for the fact that you have your property already on ground, it has appreciated. It's not going to be sold out for the same price. So that's why I appreciate and I tell you to invest in our Freedom layout, going out for 550,000 naira per plot. Only.
And you're saying it because it's such a cheap place, it's advisable that you buy lots of it,
Yes,
so that as it appreciates, you could sell some
And
and develop
develop
the
the
other.
other.
Exactly.
All right, amazing. So apart from that, what else do we have?
Okay, we have our home view layout located off Rumukushi Buche Road. And this one now, if you're not looking out for so much waiting on investment, that one is land banking. This one too, you can also decide to just buy as much as possible and fence. But this one, you can also build if you want to build immediately, because it's within a built environment. People are already staying inside the area. It's a very secured location. It has a good access road. The land is very stable, no waterlog or swampy area,
Not at
nothing
all.
like that. So
Electricity.
it has electricity and every other necessity you need in a land before you buy one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So how do we contact both of you?
Or you can call Diana on 0704 237 7837. 0704 237 7837.
Or you call Amarachi on 081 3348 7968. 081 3348 7968.
All right, amazing.
I forgot to call the cost of that property is 2.2 million naira. Yes, for the land, 2.2, and there's no other extra cost. You're not paying for agency fee, documentation
Not
fee.
at
Everything
all.
is instilled into the cost. So what you just pay, get your receipt, go for allocation, and voila, the land is yours.
Fantastic.
Even the one for Igrita, the one for Freedom Layout is located off Igrita, the school road. And actually, like I said, it's not a buy and build area. But the price only, you will know that is an investment package, investment delight. When you come there, you'll be the one to give me a handshake and say, indeed, this is investors delight. Because you
Exactly.
find yourself securing more than 2 plots. You fence it and leave it. It's going for 550,000 naira off Igrita,
so with
the
just
school road.
1.1 million, you get
2 plots.
Yes.
2 plots.
With your
All right.
document and everything.
Okay, and then the one
Of
of
Rumukushi Buche Road going for
Rumukushi,
2.2 million
2.2
naira.
million naira, and you said this is not a investment delight. This is come and leave.
Come and leave. Come and do whatever.
Come and do whatever business you want with land.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you so much, ladies. We've got to go, but I will allow you. Let us know where your office is located.
Okay.
They're located off Tombia Extension here, well in Sirim layout. GRA Phase 3, close to Mandela Car Wash, close to Liverpool Hotel, and you can reach us on 0704 237 7837.